Start recording. Start broadcasting. Holy smokes.
Hey guys.
Late start, folks. But as they say in everything, better late than never. I blame in everything. I blame technology. It wasn't our fault. It was a computer decided to go back in time and become Snow Leopard.
This is fair, but if we showed up earlier than running through the door at 7:30, we might have been able to fix this.
Lies, heinous, vicious lies.
You know, that's why I like to arrive early for things. I could set my watch by you like 7:30. Runs upstairs. Hey, how's it going? Let's do a show.
Well, it just would have been even more panicky because then it would have been like we were already late, so it's like, okay, I can accept this. But you know. Anyway, so welcome to Shanhanigan's Live.
Hello.
On this Wednesday, the February of the 8th.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Better. I'm much better.
Yes. Sorry, I'm still adjusting everything because this has been.
Up.
Oh, I was panicking. I ran through. We had to reinstall like every browser just to get this working, and unfortunately, that means we've landed on Chrome again. And if you all remember what happens whenever we use Google Chrome on Ustream, we start losing all our RAM,
Crashes.
and it's going to crash. So this show will end with a crash. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Probably not. It's not lying anymore.
Oh yeah, it's not lying.
Oh.
They'll probably not suck it all up.
Jerry says that won't happen, but unfortunately I think Chrome is a memory leak. I did a lot of research in the early days, and that's what's going to happen. So don't mind me, I'm just kind of getting the chat popping out. If you want to join us and chat on Shanhanigan's Live, you can go to the Twitter, which I don't have open yet.
Woohoo! That's ktshy. Twitter-KT.
I'm just going to open Safari over here, because I don't want to put any more ROM eating things open. So at Katie Shy on the Twitter, I'm just going to open that really quickly. Say something intelligent while I do that.
Yeah, you can talk there, or as soon as we get the chat up, we can chat about that. But yeah, mostly this show is just I draw.
Twitter changed its interface again. Every damn time.
Okay,
Nothing works anymore.
It's gonna be okay. You talk, I'll sign in.
I think I know how to sign in. Do
You
I?
don't know my password.
Maybe I do. Did you change it?
You don't know my password.
Let's find out.
You know my password?
Maybe. Huh?
Oh, that's creepy.
I do know your password.
Okay.
Look at me. That is not right.
You get some weird tweets from me, Danny.
So you can join us on the chat in pop-out chat. Let's see if that works again. Probably won't. But who knows. Miracles tend to happen on the show. There we go. All right. Good. Man, yeah, sorry about that. That was a late start. I just feel terrible. Actually, what time is it?
40 after, 50 after.
Actually, the better answer is Adventure Time, issue 1. I bought it today, and it's tons of fun. Written by Ryan North and drawn by another guy. Fun, never ends. Adventure Time.
I mean, it probably says it right on the thing.
There you go. That was I prepared that on the streetcar. Yes, Adventure Time Volume 1 is now available.
Oh, yeah, it's signed.
Oh, yes, I did. Ryan North was actually at the store before I even got there and signed it and then left.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, is that, like...
So, yeah, so guys, check that out if you haven't yet. Really good art, a couple mix of stories. All the characters are there. If you enjoy the show Adventure Time, you will enjoy this comic. Guaranteed.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and there's incentive covers by lots of awesome.
There's so many different covers too. The one I got is like cover B of the wraparound. So I think there's like an A that should be over on this side that his arm goes through. I didn't actually see because there's so many different covers, and I just picked up the first one that looked kind of cool to me. And because there's another one that this is like kind of the main cover, but the back also has this because it's an ad for the comic itself. So it's like you get the same cover twice. So I just want like two different things. So there you go. It looks like I haven't actually had much of a chance to read it, but I'm pretty sure it's tons of fun.
Excellent.
I shouldn't mention the other guys now. I feel horrible. Let's see. Art by there's a bunch of people actually because there's Shelley Perlin and Bryden Lum.
That probably wasn't pretty much.
And letters by Steve Wands. And written and illustrated. There's a side story written by Aaron Rayner. So there you go. Let's take a look at that. We got a little signature, little dinosaur kind of thing. And if you're getting your issue this week, you want to get in person, you can come to Little Island Comics on Saturday between I believe it's 3 and 4:30, and there's going to be a Adventure Time party or signing or something like that.
Yeah, or a draw along.
Draw along. You can meet up with Ryan North of Dinosaur Comics, of course, who will be there to sign with you and chat with you. It'll be fun times. I'm sure it'll be great. You should all just attend. That's all I got to say about that. Excellent. I'm excited.
Good.
Anyway, let's take a quick look, see what's going on in the chat after this late start. This might be a short episode because we got a lot of work to do. So yeah, lots.
I've been sick all week, so this is finally a chance to get some serious work done. It should be good. Caught the plague, as it were.
Yeah, it seems like the whole family was getting sick. Like, this is why I don't visit family.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I haven't visited my extended family in a long time, so I go for a birthday visit, and then it's like the most immense, awful sickness I've ever had since I was a kid. Just the worst flu ever.
Ugh.
And it's going around to everybody except little sister Heather, who managed to somehow avoid it.
I assess that she's the cure.
I think it's just she hates throwing up. So
Or
she's
that.
like, it will not happen.
Her will is so strong
Yeah.
that...
She's also trying to make sure she's never home.
let's check into the... Oh, yeah, we got in this talks giving us mathematical. To that I say rhombus. We got Daniel Luke saying, woo, Shannon's live. Great shirt, Shaggy. Thank you very much. Makes me feel... Oh, we should talk about that in a bit, actually.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen the new trailer yet.
New trailer for Spider-Man came out. Actually gives me a little more faith than the original trailer, because I wasn't a huge fan of the whole, let's go first person, doodly upside down.
Having not watched it, who does Emma Stone play? Is she Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane?
Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you... she's from Easy A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like, hey, Peter.
Does she talk like that?
Doesn't she?
I don't know.
I saw Easy A.
I
She's like that song. She's like, you gotta look up for the zombies, Woody.
yeah, that's exactly.
We just want to go to a theme park.
Just walk into the room.
It sounds like she's here. Wow. But I was into the trailer. Like, it's still debatable whether Spider-Man needed a reboot so soon, but whatever, it's here. And, well, it's not debatable at all, actually. The only reason they do it is because Sony can maintain the rights as long as they keep making movies. Otherwise, Marvel Studios would get it right away. So there's a weird loophole. So we're going to constantly be getting new Spider-Man every 5 years at the least, as well as X-Men movies.
No.
True. But this is the problem why we'll never see Spider-Man or the X-Men with, like, the Avenger characters like Chris, what's-his-face, and Robert Downey Jr. is because they're from two different studios. And as long as Sony... Who plays Captain America? Is it Evans or Pine?
Oh, it's not Chris Pine.
No, Evans? Evil boyfriend number 2? Action.
That's Captain America.
Yeah, he's Captain America.
Superman.
No, that's number 3. Number 3 is Superman.
No.
Boyfriend 2 is...
Okay, I gotta watch it now.
Oh, God. Well, because I rewatched Captain America again recently, so,
yeah.
what we got going here?
Those were Scott Pilgrim references, of course.
Yes, oh, definitely. Scott Pilgrim's still the best movie ever made, so... I was on a track of thoughts. Okay, so yeah, X-Men movies as well, so there's going to constantly be Wolverine with Hugh Jackman, and X-Men First Class movies being made just so Sony can keep making them. And so that's kind of the deal. Unfortunately, we may never see, the X-Men versus the Avengers. It has to be like a whole new cast and whatever, and it'd be a mess of a movie. Oh, noes. Matt Jones saying, hey guys, how's it going? I meant to ask on Uber Friendship, did you manage to finish that scarf, Shaggy? No. I haven't actually touched it since my article. I should finish it, though, at some point. I have a lot of yarn, as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Thank you for your...
That's what I'm here for.
As support. Make that scarf. We got Daniel Luke saying, oh no, sorry, you've been feeling sick. Hope you feel all better soon. I hope.
100%, thank you.
Apparently Katie's back.
Yeah, it was bad, though. Like, I couldn't even move Monday. Tuesday, I pretty much... It's weird, like, I generally don't watch TV at all, but yesterday was just to lie down and watch Netflix all day. I was just like, how do people do it? I hate watching things.
Yeah, it's one of those misery days.
It's good to catch up on things, but...
Yeah, that I found... I am grateful for being sick sometimes because I'm like, well, better finish that season of Firefly or whatever. I just haven't seen yet.
I'm like, I heard about this thing called Breaking Bad. What's this about? And I'm watching it like, oh my god, because it's so brutal.
Wait, Breaking Bad, that's the drug one, right?
The drug one, yeah.
The problem is I can't watch that show because it's too stressful for me.
It's so
stressful. Because I thought I can do one episode a day, but I've decided one episode a month is better.
No, you watched episode 2, right?
No, I couldn't. I haven't got to it yet.
Like the worst
the first episode's so stressful because it's such a, like, I'm pretty sure it's a really great show and for good reason. I enjoyed to an extent watching it, but I realized I can't watch another episode because I just feel miserable watching
gosh,
it. Like,
yeah.
they do such a good job at making you feel like you hate life.
Yeah.
Just from watching that show. So, you know, like, I do want to continue at some point, but, like, I can only watch one episode a month, maybe.
Yeah, you need to watch it and watch, like, a ridiculous amount of silly
Like,
shit.
My Little Pony is, like, right after.
Yeah, you need to just chase it with happiness.
Yeah, get that flavor. Let's jump over to the actual chat for a bit, because we've been on the, Twitter. Yes. Let's see what's going on over here. Kellhound1365 is wondering what Katie's working on.
Oh, I am inking pages.
Should we jump over to Katie Cam because actually
I
she's
if you want to. I'm just inking word balloons right now.
Let's jump over to Katie Cam for a second.
For upcoming
Oh, there's Adventure Time.
Looking. Yeah, you can't see much here. Hopefully I'll be able to get this page inked in this episode. But this is for Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales comic.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot to catch up on since I was pretty much dead sick this week. But that's what we'll be up to tonight and tomorrow and all this weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you
Gonna
gonna
be.
keep me company?
I don't know. Give me a call if you need. Like,
Sure.
I got nothing else. Well, I have plenty else to do.
Because I mean, you are technically unemployed right now, right?
Oh yeah. Speaking of telling everyone my secrets.
Oh, I mean, technically you are freelancing.
Yes, I'm a freelance writer. That's what I am.
Damn. Sorry. Technically you are chasing.
Technically, I'm financially secure. I have no fear of the future, and I know where all my next meals are coming from.
You know what? Those are the important things.
They are. Very important.
As long as you're following the dream of being a bohemian artist.
Yeah. No, I always figure I'd rather be the starving artist than be a successful grouch.
Well, you know what? It's better to... What is it? There's a thing.
There is a thing.
There is a thing. But it's not
And the thing is this.
You're the writer. There's lots of great quotes.
There's lots of things out there. So find your thing.
Just Google some
Google one.
inspirational things.
Jumping over the chat or the Twitter we got in this saying, Katie, did you upload your hourly?
No.
And I missed them?
No.
Did she miss them? Is it possible?
You did not miss them.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, this weekend was going to be when I did it, but then I got the cake plague from eating a cake.
The fabled cake plague.
Sick little toddlers spit all over.
Well, here's the thing. If you go to the birthday party in flu season and then the kids blow on the candles,
Little kids are really cute.
you got to put A after B or 1 after 2,
Yeah.
and you got the flu.
The funny thing too is that while they're blowing all over the cake, my mom is still like, "Yeah, they're over it, right?"
Oh, she didn't even... Oh.
No, yeah.
Can you guarantee you that they're cured?
Yeah, that's right after, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, the hourlies did not come up. I don't know, that's kind of falling to the wayside because I have all these deadlines I really need to catch up on. Last weekend was going to be my easy weekend. We'll see how it goes this week because I still have to get this comic done and a little bit of board work as well. So, but they are coming.
Are they?
It's probably really late.
Let's see what Daniel Luke is saying. Chris Evans is Captain America. He was also the lead in not another teen movie. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, he was. The banana. Okay.
So
it's hard to watch the Captain America movies knowing that.
He's the
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he's in the Fantastic Four. He's Fireman.
He's the skating boyfriend? Evil boyfriend?
Yeah.
Skater?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Superman.
It's weird. It's like, as soon as you get a goatee, it's like I don't
Changes everything.
recognize.
Well, when you shave my beard, it's like... And then I look like the other side of my family.
The other side.
Beardless.
The
lot of them.
Family.
Yeah, man. This takes me back a little bit because I remember being. I guess we could jump. Well, Katie's just doing
I'm doing word bubbles.
word bubbles.
so
If you guys
it's
want
like
to see how she does word bubbles.
Oh, it's not that exciting.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's like word bubble artists out there who are like, yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's so
but
exciting.
They're like, what are you doing? It's wrong.
I remember like being sort of excited for that Not Another Teen movie trailer because the trailer was hilarious when I was a kid, but I saw the actual movie. I'm like, oh. Huh. And it was just
stuff in the trailer.
essentially they did like so the trailer guy did a great job at promoting the film, but unfortunately they used up all the good stuff. I'm like,
Good job, trailer guy. I mean, this whole
Yeah, thumbs
point
up.
is to get you into that scene.
I've been fooled by trailers before. Good job.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen always, but sometimes it does.
Yeah, I get fooled by them, and I'm like.
And the only time I was never fooled by a trailer that was 100% guarantee Sin City Oh my god, best trailer ever
They
made.
have that song in there.
What? No, I didn't need the song in the movie.
Oh, okay.
It was such a good trailer because it had like the whole cast, it had the timing of the car, the flip, and the music,
Exciting.
with the song like that. I didn't even read Sin City before. Like I just knew it existed. You know, Miller and all that business.
You know what, that's true. I actually, for reading so many comics growing up too, like I didn't even buy Sin City till after the movie came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably support this.
Yeah, no, but it was one of those cases where like it's pretty much one of the few cases where a comic will become like 100% the movie. Like the only other case was kind of what was that story? It starts with a P, and the girl is her tale about coming to like America or whatever. Persepolis. No, not Lee.
Persepolis.
There you go. That one was fairly, like visually at the very least, it was fairly accurate to the source material. I'm not sure if like the whole story was beat by beat, but like Sin City was like spot on. Like it's basically the storyboard was the comic, which is really, you know, it's not always going to happen, but it was really, I really appreciated how well it was done like that. Any hoozles. Let's take a look.
And I'm sticking by that.
Let's stick down the chats. Oh man, I've just been neglecting you guys. What's going on? Katie, are you a freelance storyboarder or do you storyboard for a company studio?
What's with the tone?
Says Lois. Tell me now.
Am I a
Grumpy face.
Really? Grumpy
No.
face? Oh. I was like, why?
I made up that last part.
Well, I am a freelance storyboard artist right now. I'm working for a company, but I'm not locked in to work with them exclusively. I can work for other companies. It probably doesn't make sense to do it because it's so much work, but yeah, right now I'm freelancing for a studio in Ottawa, and that's probably going to go for, I guess, the rest of the winter, hopefully a little bit more, which would be good. And yeah, I've been freelancing for, I can't remember the last time I was an employee, actually. I've been freelancing for about 3 years now, I think. I'm working for a total of 6.
Hey,
Weird.
isn't that crazy when you look
Yeah.
back? I feel like I must have at least been working for like 5 years myself.
Yeah.
In like various jobs.
Yeah, I like freelancing. I like the freedom. It is a lot of hard work, as you and me both know.
Yeah, just because you're not in the office doesn't mean you're not
it's
working
funny.
forever.
I went out to a birthday party with for another cartoonist friend of ours, Keen.
Oh yeah.
And there was a couple friends there who weren't cartoonists, and we were talking about the dream of. Well, I was telling him that I'm trying to make sure I finish work by 6, and he's like, oh yeah, the dream life is that you have, what is it? It's 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of play. Does that work into 24? And is that right?
Yeah.
yeah. So 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of play. And we were like, yeah, that is the dream. And then a girl across from us was like, what are you talking about? That is my life. And we were like, oh, but you're not a cartoonist. Because realistically, a lot of times it's 14 hours of work and figure out what else you want to do with sleeping or eating. And, it's because...
Wait, so eat replaces play? And then sleep is like whatever's left?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's hard to find the work-life balance. Because, I really like the freelance, but... yeah, sometimes you just work hard.
It's almost like you have to work more when you're freelance because it's like you're not in office, so it's like get this done by date, no excuses.
Well, that's the thing that the security a lot of people feel of working as an employee is that you think that, oh yeah, my job's gonna last this long. I mean, obviously with a lot of the economic problems lately, that's not true. Jobs are only as secure as they are right now. I mean, it's not ever 100% guaranteed. Freelance especially, you don't know where your next job's coming from, so sometimes you have to take on more than you can just to make sure you got your next work lined up. And I don't know, it's worked really good for me so far, but you do have to be careful.
Well, the whole taking on work thing was a big deal with a bunch of the writers. It was a guy who did one of the lead writers of West Wing or something like that, and he got like really popular around that time, so everyone was offering him jobs.
That's the thing.
And he did all of them.
Yeah,
so he was writing
awesome if you can do it.
because he's like, when you get the offers, you take them. So he did all 4 shows at once. He was like,
well, that was like us when Flight came around and I was working storyboards. It was like my first storyboard job, so I was really excited to be working on it. And then the first time we were invited to be a part of Flight, so I was really excited about that. I almost killed myself getting that deadline done.
That's true.
I really loved those projects. I really wanted to get it done, and it was like, I'm good now, and the art lasts longer, right? Pain is temporary, art is forever.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And hopefully you have fun on the way.
Let's see. Creed Porpoise wants to see the word bubbles.
Yeah?
Are they any more exciting now?
No, they're all done.
Oh, well. Let's take a look at these word bubbles. What's happening down there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You've got wobbly.
Where are you going with that?
I'm just trying to Wobblies and like uncertain and
a good variety. A nice selection, if you will. Bevy of word bubbles.
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
Someone's saying Katie's a bit hard to hear. You guys speak up.
Oh, sorry guys.
I'll crank the volume a little. I don't like. The problem is this whole system's unpredictable. There's no guarantee that audio will not peak.
I'm also a bit of a low talker.
Jumping back into the chat. What else we got going on here? I saw the new trailer for Titanic, and it made me so excited. Says Black Eyes Angel 1 for it.
Whoops.
What the no? Apparently Katie's excited for it. Go back to camera 1. Camera 1.
Oh gosh.
Hi there. How's it going?
Yeah.
Why did that happen? Maybe we should pull the volume back down after that massacre.
You
Going
asked
back.
for volume. You get volume.
I seem to have lost track of where that message was. I actually have no interest in that movie. Going back to about exciting trailers, yes. Contrary to seeing a trailer and being excited but not wanting to see the movie, I saw the the Phantom Menace trailer for the 3D coming back, and I kind of threw up my hands and said, I'm done. Done. I can't. I just can't. It's not even the one where it's like, see it in 3D, it's cool. It's like, alright, the kids like that. No. I actually wanted someone to tell me this was an April Fool's joke. I really wish, but there's a trailer out there. Please tell me it's... If you guys know this is a lie, please tell me it's a fake trailer. But I saw it, and it was told it was truth. You know those trailers I hate? When it's like the movie's coming out to DVD, and it's like The Lion King's coming to DVD, but what else is out there? Extra features,
all the
your favorite things.
Talking
I killed Mufasa. You'd kill your father to get a chance to see this DVD. Like, it's that kind of thing, and I hate that because they interpret everything the characters say. Well, they have that for Star Wars.
No.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace. I wanted whatever's in between the eyes and the ears. I want to cut that out of me, just so I don't have to watch it anymore.
Give me an example of like.
It's basically like, I think I repressed most of it, but it's basically like Qui-Gon's like, you know, Anakin, drop, and it's like, you'll drop into theaters and watch Phantom Menace in 3D,
God, no.
and then it's like, we'll get our revenge soon. You'll be revenging in the snack bar and watch the movie in 3D.
What?
Oh, that Jar Jar fellow's really odd. He's the funniest thing ever. I'm like,
Brutal.
Yippee! You'll yell yippee!
I don't know if it's like the audience yells yippee, and it's like the, you know, that effect where it's like all the faces.
Yeah. That'd be. This is like, and I'm like, please tell me this is fake. I can't even. Did anyone see this trailer? Please tell me it's a lie.
That's brutal.
Even if lying about it. It's not for me anymore. It's one of those things.
You know what? Those movies just weren't made for you.
No, they weren't. I appreciate that. I'm old. I'm not Lucas's target market anymore.
Do you remember though? It's just this moment after the third movie when we just kind of left the theater like kind of stunned, and there was this guy in like in a Boba Fett outfit, just kind of like or t-shirt. He just looked so disappointed.
The saddest.
Really sad. Just kind of looking at the screen, just.
You just hear like that little chord of the Emperor's theme from the end of Return of the Jedi, where it's like. He's like, he's dead inside. Yeah, it's just wow. Like I'm not even jumping on the bandwagon of let's hate on the Star Wars movies. Just legitimately, like my spirit was just bored. And this is the greatest thing. Like the saddest thing I say. Like. I was sitting there one day when we're back in Mississauga. I was just in the rocking chair thinking to myself, I'm like, did you ever think you'd hate Star Wars? Because I didn't. But here we are.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things, like, it could have been with you forever. Like, it could have been one of those series that you kept. Like, as a kid, you're like, you know, it's when you start, you know, sometimes you're like ashamed of your nerdiness, but then you come back like, you know what? No. I'm all for Star Wars. And now I'm back to being ashamed.
You don't know, I gotta say, I've met a lot of people recently who
like,
are huge into it. Like, now, they don't really think about the prequels.
Yeah.
Like, so, I don't know.
Like, if the kids...
pretend they're not there.
Yeah, like, if the kids like the animated, like, the 3D animated series, and there's some good animation models and designs in there, go for it. You know, if the kids like the toys and the friggin' big head Fruit Ninja knockoff lightsaber cutty game, go nuts. It's just, I'm done. I can't. I tried. It's over. It's all over. Like, I don't know anyone who's going to be like, dude, you've got to see it in 3D. It's so, oh, man, I know what you're thinking.
But watch it in 3D.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to say that to me. I cannot fathom that situation.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to say that to me. Are you?
No, I'm not going to watch it. I'm done.
Yeah, so we had a good ride, you know. But we realized we were taken for a ride at the same time.
Yeah.
Lucas.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be alright.
You
know?
gotta come up with the next.
I hear they were going to make a 4th Indiana Jones, but they didn't. Oh well. Could have been great. Maybe they're going to make that. I also heard they're going to make Matrixes 2 and 3, but I think that never happened either. I was excited, but man. There's all these good movies that like could have had great sequels, but whatever. They just never made them.
Oh well. It's for the best.
Anyways, jumping into the chitty chat. Actually, Katie's doing some character stuff, so we can go to Katie Cam. Boop. Clunk, fall, break.
I can organize this.
Ink, spill, cry.
Although I really don't know how much it shows.
What shows?
Ah!
No,
You know what?
God.
I just gotta go.
The lamp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, wait.
Well, how about that? Let's see what's going on. Nee, speech bubbles. Unless the movie's not suck, you don't need. Alright, Chris O saying listening to Jar Jar makes you want to strangle puppies and eat them.
No, never. What?
Creepy Forbes says Jar Jar's my favorite.
Oh.
TV Dinner says I saw that trailer on the official Star Wars YouTube channel, so he adds real.
These are hurting him.
Let's just follow that with a no, and I'll just be like, okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Where's Padme?
Just makes you sad, says Calhoun. I think George Lucas needs to be told no.
I think he knows.
And all expanded universe stuff is decent, but Lucas ignores that. Wait, what happens with Star Wars? I just got here, says Endless Skies. Oh, just 3D. No, it's not just 3D, Endless Skies. It's dead. Star Wars as you know it is over. It's dead.
God.
A few good things came out of the prequels, though. Like the Battlefront games are fun. Alright, that's cool. The Samurai Jack guy doing the animated series was cool. Tartakovsky? Tartakovsky?
Yes.
That was cool.
I like Tartakovsky.
You know, a few good things came from it, but like, I'm done. I don't even want to make fun of it anymore. Like, it's to the point where it's like, the joke is dead. The movies are dead.
Beating the dead horse.
The dead horse is dead.
I don't like that. Right? I don't get it. Where it started.
I saw Star Wars Episode 1, says Perpetual Mind, when I was 8 and hated it. Good lord. That throws you when you think how old you were when Episode 1 came out. Because I was excited for it. Because I was young. Optimistic.
Once.
I thought Lucas could do no wrong. But the trailer was cool because I'm like, when that double lightsaber, I'm like, oh, no one ever thought of this. 2 lightsabers in 1? You know. I don't really remember what I thought of the film because I don't remember hating it right off the bat. Like, it's one of the things where I'm actually impressed that you could say like you were 8 and hated a movie because I don't remember like hating many movies when I was young.
You know, though, we went with our dad and he was the big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
What did he think?
I don't know. Like maybe I was just put on the smile for him.
Yeah, maybe.
for his
He was
sake.
like, that was cool, right?
Right, kids?
Right?
Star Wars is still cool. I'm like, yes,
Right?
Dad. It's the coolest.
Everything's crumbling.
And like the film world is falling apart and it's all becoming a white background.
Yeah, aw.
And then some guys in the back going, happiness is a wonderful.
It's a warm gun?
No. What's it from Across the Universe?
Yeah, happiness is a warm gun.
I thought it was a wonderful. It's a warm gun?
It's a warm gun.
But doesn't it go wonderful? Didn't he?
Sure.
I don't remember that movie either. I remember being really excited for Across the Universe, and then I saw it. And then I cried.
I think you should not watch movies.
I shouldn't watch
You
movies
should
at all.
watch trailers and be really happy.
Yeah. Like there's other movies where you like, I don't know, yeah. What am I excited for anymore? I don't know, I'm losing a lot of excitement these days.
Christmas?
Not even that.
No.
I don't wake up early. Easter? No. I don't wake up early anymore on holidays. This is what happens.
I still get a little excited for stockings.
That's true. Because Terry's chocolate oranges are often in the stockings. You got the
life the fake ones.
What?
We got the off-brand life.
There's off-brand
Yeah, that's
life?
what we got this year. It wasn't Terry's.
It wasn't Terry's?
No.
Is nothing real? God. This is the worst episode ever.
We'll just call this one Downer.
Disheveled in a bottle.
Downers.
Huh. Well, speaking of downers, let's start reading people's chats, because they're probably also
I
down.
like Star Wars, shut up!
So good! Episode 2, mwah! Mwah, I say!
More romance!
Oh man, I love how the Clone Wars was robots and clones, so that it's really pointless, because there's really no loss, because it's just a war of numbers, and whoever produces more.
I find it funny because Rand is like 10 years late. You know?
I've been saying it forever, but I'm keeping it inside.
Just let it out, it's healthy.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love how Boba Fett's face needed to be seen, because that was a mystery that I needed shattered.
Yeah.
Ah, so good. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
In this is saying my dad gets angry if I say episode 4 when referring to the old one. He refuses to listen unless I say first Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
This is like, hey dad, so episode 4, and he just looks away. Episode 1, oh hi! Hello, daughter.
For a second I didn't think I had a daughter.
Oh, I thought I had to, what's the word when you get rid of your daughter? Disown?
Disown.
There you go.
Yeah. Like, is there a word?
Is there a word in the dictionary? It's called episode 4.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Under the dictionary.
I think we have our title.
Disowned.
No, it's
Well, this is going to be like Shenanigans Live episode 23, episode 4, or whatever number we're at. We're actually getting up there. Where are we, episode 19 or 20 by now?
No way. That's
What?
weeks.
This means, wow, this means we've been doing it for a
We've
while.
only missed 1 week, actually. No,
I thought it was a weird combo of 2 weeks.
You were out of town, and I tried to do a draw stream, but I drew, so.
Oh. Speaking of drawing, let's jump back to Katie while I jump into the chat. Katie Can with an ink brush. Boosh.
Yep. Not my usual.
Don't see the brush.
Clutch.
Let's jump back in the chat. Mara falling asleep during episode 2, says Calhoun, but don't remember my reaction to 1. Yeah, I don't either. I cannot
We're all
recall.
pretty little.
How young was it? Was the 90s? Was it? It had to be like late 90s.
I was
98? And 64 was still out. Had to be after 96. Huh. I don't know, maybe I liked the lightsaber fights. Darth Maul was kind of cool. It raised a large debate, though. Is like, how cool is a silent character really? Because I thought it was cool that he wasn't like monologuing and going "Mwah-ha-ha" and swinging at it. But other people were like,
really cool.
he has no depth because he doesn't talk. I'm like,
Boba Fett was cool in the other ones, and he didn't talk.
yeah. But that's the question. There's like, as far as a writing thing.
I mean, he talks a little bit.
It's like, can your characters be cool if they don't say anything, or
Sure.
because we think he's so deep because he doesn't talk, or it's like he's lacking in depth because he doesn't talk.
I'm sure there's lots of examples. I have to think of a silent villain. Yeah.
Let me think.
Well, the bad guy from No Country for Old Men. He didn't talk much.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Jerry, was he cool?
The coolest, right, Jerry?
The guy from No Country for Old Men.
No country.
He's a murderer.
Old
yeah,
man.
with short hair. He didn't talk much, right?
No, he's
But he had a presence. Like, he was an interesting character.
Kind of hobbled around
interesting
a bit.
because if you spend too much time with him, he was probably gonna murder you.
Yeah.
Constantly interested in him.
That does
I'm
intrigue
whether I'm
me.
gonna live.
That does intrigue me. Episode 1 came out in 1999. I was 5, says Gary Oposo. We are,
Oh,
man,
baby.
we are just living. You're like, well, here's the thing. To you, Gary Oposto. I spelled your name correct, perhaps. Do you, like, after seeing, did you see any other Star Wars before you saw episode 1? Was that, like, your introduction, and then, like, you see the old Star Wars and you're like, these graphics are cheesy? Or were, like, how was that transition? Because I was raised in a world where, like, I remember when we first saw Star Wars properly, because we saw Sesame Street. And there was an episode of Sesame Street where this golden medal guy and a little robot came by because the robot was in love with a fire hydrant. I thought, that's the funniest thing, but like, this is really random. Who are these robots? They're not recurring characters on Sesame Street. And then my dad's like, oh, it's like Star Wars. I'm like, oh, that's
You
cool.
asked the question that unleashed.
Yeah, Unleashed. Oh, where's it from? No, I don't think it led
turned into like a 9-hour marathon.
I don't think it led to that right away because we had a lot of VHS tapings of like what was on TV and stuff, and so me and Katie were like watching like a VHS recording of Star Wars, and Dad walks by and he's like, "Oh, you're watching like a TV taping? I have the actual VHS."
That was cool.
And we're like, "Whoa!" Our world was open to better quality video because it wasn't recorded off the TV.
It didn't have the Yellow Mellow commercial.
Yeah, it didn't have any butter commercials or KFC commercials with Ajuette or was that the Chef Boyardee ad? Or it was like balloons. Or am I thinking of the bed knobs and broomsticks VHS we had?
Maybe.
And we watched a lot of like recorded tapes.
We weren't really allowed to watch TV that wasn't screened.
Is that true?
Well, yeah, because we watched a lot of tapes.
I thought we just liked repetition.
We didn't know there was TV that wasn't just something...
We left it on channel Aux or Vid or whatever.
TV was just the black fuzzy screen.
Until you put a VHS in.
Exactly.
So then we watched like every Star Wars movie, and then like it was wonderful. And you know, like I was into him, like, oh, add Vader, watch out, he's trouble. You know, and it wasn't none of this like jokes in throughout where it's like, oh, the robot punches the other little robot and goes rah, rah, rah. Like this wasn't like the new release stuff with like the speeder bikes in town and stuff, and it's like whatever. This is like not the original version because it still said episode 4, which confused the hell out of me, and I don't even know if Dad was able to explain at the time. He's like, I don't know, Lucas is gonna write more, and then like 20 years later. Or whatever it was. Maybe not 20.
Told you I'd come
Maybe 15. I told you I'd deliver. Like, did you? Did you really?
Oh my God.
So it was a magical time. I wonder for everyone else who was like raised in the like prequel world, are they like, oh, these sequels are prequels, or I don't even know what you call them anymore.
I never watched it properly though, because if you're a true fan, episode 2 is like the episode. But I remember as a kid being really bored by it.
Wait, you mean not episode? Well,
sorry.
Empire Strikes Back. What's it called? Empire.
Empire was the proper one that was the most excellent because of the turns.
Yeah, because it's dark and everyone loves it.
But I was like, I want to see the Fuzzy Muppets.
So we kept watching Jedi because they're like
Jedi
Ewoks.
Yeah.
So to a degree, we were Lucas's audience.
In a sense, I can see
for Jedi
what he was thinking with Jar Jar. And all
because
that.
we love that crap. Now maybe the kids love Jar Jar and the funny robots.
So
good on him.
Every time there's a Star Wars rant, I'm always like, wow. But to be honest,
like, you know, maybe I don't actually like Empire like everyone else does. I only do it now through osmosis of being told I should like Empire the best. Now, granted, it does have some of the best moments, but like Luke goes like off the chain in Jedi when he's like hacking that like Vader, just like that stuff's hardcore. Yeah. And then of course his fuzzy little
well, my Ewok. Bad, so I was like, space is boring. I want him to be in the forest.
I like forest. Han Solo.
So, and Han Solo's in camo.
He's so dreamy in a coat.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Not enough of that in the second movie. And then the poor Tauntaun got hurt.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So we're not exactly the...
I fast forward that part every time.
We're not exactly the go-to people for proper Star Wars loving.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we're kind of like that second if not third generation of like... It's weird, like it depends how you break down the generations, because every time that they get re-released, it's like a different viewing experience for everyone, so... Sure. Let's go back to Katie Cam. We jump to the chit chat. I'm surprised it hasn't crashed yet, so hold your fingers, guys.
It's like, wait, more.
Just an update. This episode of Shanhagen's Live is back on Google Chrome, so it's eating up our RAM, and I have no indication of it this time.
Yeah,
so it's going to crash.
So
if the show just ends, there you go. Meanwhile, on Katie Cam. I think I might have had my answer. Let's take a look. Gary O'Postal saying I don't have any great memory of any of the Star Wars movies. Wow, there you go. Let's see, is there anything Shaggy? I would also like an update on the Left 4 Dead. I feel like I said that last week, voice thing, because I'm playing it and want those files. I'll get to that in a little bit. I just want to make sure. Man, there's so much to talk about. Oh man, everyone's talking about Burton and Death Becomes Her. What?
I love how it's just like, forget what these two are talking about.
Let's talk about other things. Episode 1 was the first Star Wars film I saw after my dad and uncle kept trying to get him to watch the old films, but I just wasn't all that interested, says Perpetual Mind. Fluxbox says the originals before Special Edition will always be fond memories of my childhood. Gary Postal says me and my sister are planning to watch all 6 at some point. Good luck with that, Gary.
Fun.
Have the funnest time. Black Ice Angel says, alright, let's step back a second. Here's what I'm going to do, what I said. This is what I'm going to do. Like I was talking about before with the Matrix sequels and stuff. If I ever have, like, offspring, and I must introduce them to the world of Star Wars. I'll grab the old VHSs, I'll show them Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Jedi, and then I'll say, kids, now I know this says, part 4 or 5 is crazy confusing. Lucas, he said he was going to make episode 1, 2, and 3 someday. Hasn't happened yet.
You can't do that.
Don't know when.
You can't.
I heard some other guy made some versions and released them and said it was like the knockoff version. It's called like Clone Wars and I don't know, Revenge of the Sith. It's craziness. Nobody. That's the someday, kids, but not this day.
It's gonna be problematic.
It's never happened. I don't.
And also, better watch out because Santa's coming down the chimney. Don't want him to see you.
That'd be the situation for me. All right, back to the chat.
So lies.
It's the only way to protect them with the truth.
Sometimes you gotta,
break a few eggs.
Yeah, beat a dead horse.
Black eye, break a few eggs over a dead horse. Exactly, my point. Black Ice Angel saying, I love the Transformers commercial that was in my Gilligan's Island tapes. The only other thing I've watched besides Star Wars as a kid.
Did you ever see the cartoon?
There was a cartoon for everything back then. This is why I love Hanna-Barbera, because they just snapped up the rights to everything.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start just listing, things. Oh, hey, Happy Days was a show. It was also a cartoon from Hanna-Barbera.
Really?
Yeah. Dukes of Hazzard was a wacky weird series. Hanna-Barbera made an animated series of it. Hanna-Barbera has a rich history. Of every sitcom turned into a cartoon.
Like Cheers.
Nah.
No?
Not that rich. Going back to the chat.
MASH?
Maybe.
Is there a MASH cartoon?
Maybe. There probably was. It's probably hilarious. Empire's Best. Empire's Best. Jinx. Boom. Because this is how you make lots of Star Wars fans angry. Clone Wars is the only good movie out of the Star Wars franchise, says Chris the host. Yeah, but I don't even feel angry by that. Even if you were dead serious, I feel nothing.
I just feel sad.
I feel empty. Very, very empty. Did you ever see that Ewok movie?
No, actually.
Says Kellhound. There was one. I know there was kids. It must have been equally as good as the Christmas special, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why we did that to ourselves.
Black Eyes Angel says, Ewoks made Return of the Jedi my favorite. Likewise, I'd say. And then Creepy Porpoise goes, Ewok movie? And I go, oh, Creepy Porpoise. Oh, you're in for a treat. Anyway, Flex Fox says, yes, I did. There was a second one, too. Never seen it. You should make a book called Silly Empire, says Gary Postal. Flex Fox says, Ram is just so yummy. I'm not sure what that means. Kellhound, there's really awful movies about the Ewoks. Not selling it. There was a princess in white and a witch in black, and the Ewoks fought the witch. That's all I remember.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, man. Alan Grimmickshaw's 211th birthday from Silly Empire. Says Perpetual Mind.
Ooh.
Fox, just tell them that Lucas lost his mind. It was sad. Yeah, that's what I'll tell my kids. I'll just say he disappeared. And someone replaced him.
Robot.
Robot Lucas. What a big neck. Han Solo could be the talented magic trickster. Cool. We got a lot. Everyone's now adapting our comic into Star Wars. Great.
Good.
Just that's perfect. The kids will love it more. There. Done. Perfect. Daniel Luke saying, why are directors these days losing their way? Robert Zemeckis made and Death Becomes Her. These days,
Can you pronounce that again?
BTTF.
What is that?
Zemeckis. Polar Express. Why? And don't get me started on Tim Burton. Oh, Timmy Burton, buddy. I don't know. It's for all those who have checked out the Red Letter Media reviews of all these things, are delightfully cutting and make us feel so much better by ourselves because he takes out all our rage in good sentences. There is one very important truth they did bring up in the Indiana Jones one, where these are different people now. These directors have grown, they've matured, they've got different tastes, they have families, they have children. They're not going to be the same directors they were once. They're not going to be as edgy. They're not. This is why everything is so kid-friendly from a lot of these people.
Well, your own interests change,
Yeah, and
well, it's kind of like even our dad. The stuff he was interested in his 20s is a lot different to what he's
yeah.
interested in
Oh
now.
yeah.
He liked a lot of edgier stuff that I'm into now.
But
when we were little, but now it's like he likes a lot of more family safe stuff. Where I'm like, why are you reading that? Read this. And he's like, I don't really like that. It's too dark.
The truth of the matter is, you can read about like you can watch movies and stuff where like terrible crap is happening and be like, oh, crazy. But once you're a family man or woman, it changes everything because you yourself have kids now, so you start.
I don't want to watch.
Yeah, you're like as fun as it is to see kids blow up in movies or something. Once you have family, you don't want to see that stuff because you're reminded of your own.
Not in like the early Indiana Jones.
They're all getting whipped and stuff. Like our dad won't enjoy Temple of Doom anymore because there's children being abused,
I don't really
basically.
like Temple of Doom either, though.
I never liked it myself either, actually. Now that you mentioned it.
Kinda,
I like the weird thing though is I went back and watched we all love Last Crusade and of course like Raiders is great, but like Last Crusade we all love. And I watched it again like in the past few years and it felt really campy.
It is.
Compared to how I remembered it. Like it seemed like I guess because there was killing and stuff.
It's pretty silly.
But it's like it's almost too silly to me. I'm like, maybe it's not so much a shift as I thought.
And then it's got like Dad.
Dad!
So annoying.
That being said, the no ticket is still the best scene in that movie when Jones is on the dirigible dressed as a Nazi and he's checking for tickets.
I love him.
So good. It's still like nostalgia is still very important. It's tricky. We got Sandy saying I want to watch all 6 in one sitting. My friend did it in the movie theater at his school. That's pretty cool. Sitting on a throne of lies. Mercy. Man, we just went off on a tangent about this.
Yeah, this is kind of a giant Lucas.
Yeah, like, and once again, I don't even want to be that guy. Like, enough's been said. Like, he is the dead horse in this case. Everyone's been beating him. I feel bad for the man.
But that's the thing. People someone needs to tell him. Like, I'm sure he knows.
I'm pretty sure he is just.
I'm sure people go out of their way.
Yeah.
Sometimes to like.
He's completely entitled to do what he wants and like more power. Like, honestly, balls to him too for like being able to like look his audience in the eye and say, you know what, I'm going to do this even though I know you're all going to hate it. Because it's my idea. So, like, cheers for him for, like, sticking to his guns. Personally, no thank you. You know? But, there you go. Yeah. He has the power. Go nuts. Some say he did go nuts. Alright, well, enough about that guy. Enough misery.
Yeah, we have other
last chat, let's take a look at what's come up recently. Last Crusade is easily the best.
I very much enjoy it.
Sean Connery's flick. I didn't see Temple of Doom till right before the new Indiana Jones, says Killhound, and the whole time I couldn't stop thinking, this is really racist.
Yeah.
Another thing about directors was they came from a different time.
40s?
Yeah, the roaring 40s, where racism was a thing everyone was into. Oh man, I remember watching in the early days of my YouTube, I talked a lot about Charlie Brooker. British comedian who does like news and information reviews, and he tears apart television shows. I love him for that. It's great. But his Christmas special, he was talking about how in England it was like an annual tradition to have the blackface shows every Christmas, where you paint up and do delightful like mammy and stuff. And up until like fairly recently, I don't know if it was like the 80s, but like this was a Christmas holiday tradition. It's like, wow.
Now it's turned into Doctor Who specials.
Now it's Doctor Who specials to make up for it. I'm like, thank you, England. I'm just like, wow. I forget the proper name of those shows, but maybe I just shouldn't know it. There's a name for that style of performance. And the funniest is when you watch Mickey Rooney and what's her face, cute little what's her name? Dorothy. What's her name? Julie Garland.
Yeah.
Delightful dancing couple, and they have a movie with that in it too, and you're like, it's like golden age.
Yeah.
How about that?
Just sweating buckets.
So we're all just sitting in the theater, just like, it was a different time. Many different times have come and gone. So So whether you're offended or think it's just really awkward to watch Temple of Doom and be like,
Monkey brains.
Now you can also like think, was that like a joke on that genre of film, or was it genuine to be like evil?
You're making fun of racism.
Well, that's the thing. Like people will do that. Like it's so ridiculous that it's a joke. Like it's like Team America. Like it's so over the top that it's not them being like ignorant and racist. It's like it's so stupid that they're driving down Bakalakadaka Street.
Yeah.
It's like, like Trey Parker, smart fellows. I'm pretty sure they're not like bigots and like being like, yeah, that's where they
At the
drive.
same time, I'm sure they're pretty much ready for like any backlash.
Yeah. Minstrel shows. There you go, Gary Oposto. I think you're talking about the minstrel shows. Yeah. That's like a whole, like, your kid's born and, like, episode 1 is your first movie. You've probably never seen a minstrel show.
I don't think I've seen one.
I haven't either, but I know they exist, and it's just like, oh no. Why are you doing this?
Oh boy.
Call the curtain. This next act, please, quick.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Get away from Charlie Brooker.
Yeah, Charlie Brooker, check him out. Charlie Brooker Screen Wipe was the main series. You can find that out on, look up Z the Music, the letter Z the Music on YouTube. This, whoever this guy is, some people thought it was Brooker himself, but I don't think it is, just a big fan. He uploaded every single episode, pretty much, of Screen Wipe, News Wipe, which is really good. There's one episode of Games Wipe. What else is there? And a bunch of, like, specials. So check that out. Cutting, British, dry humor. Love it. Very inspirational. He kind of really influenced a lot of my work, too, in a certain way. I'm not as, like, cutting as him, but, like, I liked his style of formatting, how his show works.
Good.
So if you watch, like, early talking to the camera, there's, like, a lot. I talk about him quite a bit.
Yeah. You're coming up with a new episode soon, right?
Yes, I am, actually. I've been editing it for the past few days. This is a long episode. It's, like, 15 minutes. The super duper year in review per still being made. Yes, still being made. It's like my 2011 look back, and it's called that because basically I have a lot of old footage of stuff I never showed anyone, so like events and the Krispy Kreme burger and all these things. So,
oh, that was ridiculous.
so there's like a good minute for like each segment. So it's it's kind of just stuff to look at. So it's not gonna blow anyone's mind. There's no amazing sketch or anything, but it's like, huh, he did that. All these
Quite
things.
a year.
What? Look at him. They did quite a few things.
Good
Good on him.
Good on you.
He didn't go to a minstrel show, but he did a couple things. Hey, look at it. Yeah, I went to a couple things. Oh, here we go. BTTF is Back to the Future. Sorry, 140 characters. That is still good. I add that Back to the Future 1, and to a degree 2 and 3, but 1. I add that to my list of movies that is still good. And on that list is Terminator 2, Aliens.
You gotta admit, that's also really campy, though.
It is. No, the pie plates are delightfully campy, but it's still like you feel good watching. I saw it. And my recent discovery, Die Hard. So good. So good.
It can't be still good if you haven't watched it before.
It's so still good. It holds up.
It holds up from when I never
Just as I don't
before.
remember it. It holds up. My mom can never remember when Han Solo his name, so she always calls him Indiana Jones when he talks about Star Wars.
Really cute.
That's pretty cool. And also, Daniel Luke cries about the stop-motion horribleness of Back to the Future. What was stop-motion in Back to the Future? Was there? Stop-motion? There was really cheesy green screen, like with the fire under the feet, but I don't remember stop-motion. I'm like running through the whole movie in my mind.
Nope.
Where would there be stop-motion in Back to the Future?
We can ask.
At least the first one.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, Daniel Luke, where's there stop motion back? It's gonna like kick me in the face. It must be in 2, maybe. The Jaws shark thing for like Jaws 13 or whatever still terrifies me. How it came out, I'm like dun 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 dun.
We didn't even know what Jaws was.
I still haven't seen Jaws. Working on that.
You should add that to
It is on my list. But coming
I saw
up
that recently. I really liked it.
Coming up next on my list of things to watch, Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland.
Okay, I want to be there.
A little action. Apparently Graham watched it recently and he said it was terrible. It wasn't as good as he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's not even the original, though. That's like the second version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's like 3 of them.
So, I mean, you have to cook, what the heck do you call that? When you eat something that was already cooked.
Like leftovers?
Yeah. No?
No. In fact, it's going to be giant creme brulee is on the menu. So I have to figure out how to make creme brulee in one day.
You need like a flame thing.
Yeah, actually, I think I know a guy who's going to hook me up with that. He works at a bong shop.
Oh my god. You know a lot of interesting people.
Apparently I do. He's going to hook me up with
a bomb shop in
Not
Toronto.
a bomb shop. Bong.
Okay.
The Toronto... We're going to get like...
It's like this link where you just fire the mouse bomb. Why are you telling this to kids?
It's like, huh. Look at that. Bombs. Shag, what is your next movie and film food? Oh, yeah. Basically just says Invasion of the Body Snatchers and giant creme brulee. Hopefully. You should watch Live Free or Die Hard. It is nerd humor. Smiley faces. I might. There's many things. I still haven't seen RoboCop. Yeah, that's a classic, isn't it?
It's really violent.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It's pretty rough. I did see Rocky way back when, though, and I did enjoy it, actually.
Rocky's good.
Rocky's a solid... It's not a boxing movie. It's a story.
It's a good story.
You know, all the later movies are about punching and, like, Olaf and whatever. But no, the first one's like, I never broke this nose. It's an interesting piece of him just being, like, this bum, but he's still, like, it's very endearing. He's a
beloved.
He's a some loan shark guy who like breaks fingers and stuff. He's down on his luck, and then he likes Adrian. He's like, hey, look, I'm walking on. Then they go skating together, but he doesn't have skates, so he's just walking on the ice with her. It's just a really cute story. Never broke this nose. Proud of it. Oh, good movie. Let's see what else is on the channel. Let's jump over to Katie Cam. Yep. There we go. No, just listen to the book. Who listened to a book? There's a book. I watched Die Hard at Christmas. A lot of people do that.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. I remember when Han shot first. Oh, don't bring us. Oh, we can't.
No, we can't go back.
We can't. You gotta stay away.
That was weird.
And what?
It's a weird, like, computer, him moving his head to the side.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about
Okay,
this.
we're not.
I just listened to the book. No, there isn't stop motion Back to the Future that I recall, and I just rewatched it, says Endless Skies.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Calhoun listened to the book. Is that the book of RoboCop? Is there a book on tape of RoboCop?
I hope so.
Oh my god, if he does voices, that'd be so awesome. Hello.
Yes, that's
Bantam Audio Doubleday Books presents...
No, it'd be Jim Dale.
RoboCop. Oh, Jim Dale? The reader of Harry Potter on tape?
Went down the street.
And he goes, RoboCop!
That's it.
Walked down the roads of Boston or whatever the hell. His girlfriend said, ooh, RoboCop, ooh, you got to go shoot that guy. And the bad guy was Malfoy. Hey, RoboCop. Harry. Hermione. They're gonna eat Buckbeak. Ooh, Hagrid, no, not Buckbeak, no. What's so good about Buckbeak? Shut up, Ron, no. Jim Dale's my favorite.
I love Jim Dale.
Narrator of the series Pushing Daisies, which was a charming, short-lived show.
Everything charming.
Very charming. The costume design was phenomenal. The stories were cute and morbid. Check out Pushing Daisies if you haven't yet. It's a really interesting show.
The character has the biggest, most expressive eyebrows.
And he has a pie shop. He's the pie man.
I know, how cute is that?
Creep Horse saying, silly Shaggy, creme brulee is a dessert. I know! Food encompasses everything. Doesn't have to be dinner in a movie. This is food in a movie.
It's food in a film.
It's food in a film.
There we go.
Ah. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Oh, okay. So it wasn't the book on tape of RoboCop. It was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Did they write that out? Did they go...
Pointed immediately.
Points and... Well, you'll be cooked for dinner. Toronto Bomb Shop. Have a blast. Yeah. Thank you, Flexbox. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. Ooh. Or some such thing. Christo says dessert
like
for
an
dinner.
Action film slogan.
Oh gosh, what was Oh, I thought of an awesome band name today because I was on the way over to something,
Nice.
the comic shop, and I said, it was like Children of Mothers. It sounds like a band. I don't know why. I forget why I said that though. It was a response to something on the way to buying my comic. Really want to watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, says Gary Postal, because it's got cool actors in it. I've never seen it. That is an interesting film. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, it's its own thing. It's, you know, the series is obviously genius, and the movie's its own thing, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really like Sam Rockwell a lot.
Like, Hitchhiker's Guide is an interesting property.
Oh, and I love all the actors.
Oh, yeah, no, they're great. But,
and there's really fun animation in it. And
Hitchhiker's Guide is an interesting property because every medium's rendition of it is a slightly different story because Douglas Adams was, like, rewriting it every single time. So there's a lot of similarities, a lot of main story beats, but then there's weird stuff that just changes everything. So, like, from the original book to the, the BBC radio play to the BBC TV series, and like any live action versions on stage, and then the movie, the North American movie, like they're all different, which is interesting because like not many properties like have so many kind of interpretations aside from like fairy tales and stuff like that. But like not many modern day properties like go so far off like to change everything. Check it out. It's fun. It's interesting.
Definitely.
Martin Freeman is awesome. Someone says, who's Martin Freeman?
He plays Arthur.
Oh yeah. Oh, and he's playing
Bilbo!
Bilbo. That's a trailer I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember any of the dwarves' names, but because he's like Lockin, Dockin, Fallon, Ballin, Bolin, Dolin, Dory, Nori, Gookie, Bookie. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm just gonna watch. Like, who's your favorite? I'm like, I don't care. It's The Hobbit. Gonna watch it anyway. It's gonna be the best movie. Now those were a good trilogy. I don't know if I enjoyed Return of the King as much though. It was a little much. Because like the ending, I didn't care for like the whole like Scooby Doo ending. How like all the ghosts like fight the army. I'm like, all right,
okay.
that's all right, cool.
I like it because I find it had a good end. And a lot of
sure.
movies, I feel like the endings aren't satisfying. But this ending was just sad.
Oh, it was sad.
Enough
but like,
okay.
As far as battle conclusion, like friggin', you know, the Two Towers, like the Helm's Deep was phenomenal. Like you feel exhausted just watching that movie. And when like the riders show up on the third day, you're like, oh. We hear like the ghost show up, and you're like, oh. So, all right. Like even like you can tell me that was in the original book. I'm like, all right, that's great. That doesn't mean the book was brilliant or anything. Like Tolkien's like, fuck, how am I gonna end this? And he's like, hey, Lewis, how am I gonna end this book? And Lewis is like, screw you. I'm writing about lions and dressers. And he's like, all right. Asshole.
Okay.
Down the hall. Just being a dick.
The students are still waiting for them to mark their papers.
Tessa, my midterms. I'm writing The Lord of the Rings. It's the greatest thing ever.
What makes you think your grades are important?
Your midterms are nothing.
Oh my god.
Starts shouting at him in Elvish, and the poor boy cries and gives up being a doctor.
Aww.
Or a geologarian. Whatever he taught. He taught maps. Tolkien taught maps.
Linguistics.
Sure, that too. Yeah, he taught his made-up language. He's like, all the kids learned a lot that year. Alright, well, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. We said it was going to be a short episode, but I feel like we're going to wrap things up. Because we get angry.
Well, as soon as you start the Star Wars rant, that's like a 2-hour thing.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed, like, time sink. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump over to Katie Cam, over her shoulder. Oh, look at that. Got some character designs.
Yeah.
Was this the page that was on the sample online? Or? Yeah, it's honestly, like, I'm loving this. It's jokes. There's Tatterhood, of course, appearing in the Cautionary Tales, Fairy Tales anthology. Fairy Tales and Cautionary Tales. I'm never going to know what it's actually called. Help me out.
Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales.
Fables, boom. Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales. Coming out. Keep an eye on that. We're going to keep you posted. Yeah. Let's just read a few more chats. We got Danny Luke saying, no, I meant mocap. Zemeckis did both Back to the Future, Polar Express.
Oh, mocap.
Okay, so you're going on about... I've already done the whole Tintin rant.
Yeah.
Episode,
Link.
Yeah, look it up. Is that the one? Link? Yeah. Don't worry. I enjoyed Tintin. I just had my druthers with it, if that's the right word. Like issues. Going back to the chat. Maybe try to track down the original radio plays of Hitchhiker's Guide, because I went radio play, then book, then movie. I actually did listen to the radio plays. I did book first, and I love the book.
Yeah.
It was one of the first books on tape I ever listened to entirely.
It's also, I really like the author's voice. I like Douglas Adams.
Oh, he's perfect. He's so good at reading it.
Actually, that's probably my favorite rendition of it.
Yeah, just him reading it's so nice. Like, it's not the same when I read it. I'm like, you know what, I just want to listen to him. That's why I never read the book. It's the greatest book I never read. I've only listened to it.
Most books I read are that way.
Yeah. It's nice that way, because I figure, like, at least the narrator knows how it should be said. 'Cause sometimes I read it wrong. Like, that kind of threw me, because I went to the Kate Beaton thing at, what was it, Ape? And, like, she was doing readings of her comics, but she, like, gave different inflections than I did, and it kind of changed the joke a little.
Oh.
It was really interesting to hear that, because I'm like, oh, she didn't say it how I imagined. Weird.
Was it funnier that way, or just different?
Different.
Your eyebrow was just like...
It was different. But it's interesting, like, when you actually hear, like, the narrative first, so it's like, you know how it's done. You're like, that's how it is. It's the same kind of thing, like, when you see the movie of a book and your image of the world changes because of the movie's version.
Yes, that's very true, because that happened with Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, where I had very distinct visuals for the worlds of the characters, and then when the movies came out, it just takes over.
Surprisingly, I think the world of Harry Potter was pretty accurate to how I saw it. Like, like castle.
I
Pictures.
Had very specific things. I was like, and then from then on, it's like I'm never going to imagine anything when I read a book again.
Yeah. It's all blank page to me.
Yeah.
It's all words, hearsay.
But like another example, like the comic The Tick, like our dad used to read that to me in his voice. So whenever I thought the Tick cartoon was coming out, I was like, oh, that's going to be.
Oh, they
Dad's
cast
voice.
Dad.
And then it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah.
That's why he wasn't around last week. He was recording The Tick.
His voice is too goofy.
Yeah. It's interesting when that happens. Oh no, it is the same. It's the Shaggy Rants show.
Yeah,
no, there's going to be some Shaggy Rants coming up, though.
Really?
Once I finish this episode talking to the camera, I wrote something. I'll just talk about this quickly. I recently watched this brilliant freaking video called The Death and Return of Superman that I've been hawking around. It's written by the guy who wrote this recent found footage style movie. The kids have powers. What's it called? It's a Chronicle. Apparently it's written by him. But it's so fun because he's basically like, on a chair just telling you what's wrong with the Death and Return of Superman. The like mid-90s, they killed Superman, he came back. And it's so cutting, it's so brilliant, and it's shot really cheap, but it's full of like big name celebrities like Elijah Wood's in it.
Oh.
He is the robot Superman. It has the guys from Bratz and Berettas, if you ever watch their comedy. And they're like random superheroes too. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and it's like, it's very similar to the drunk history kind of videos on Funny or Die with like
celebrities.
Yeah, like Zach Galifianakis will be in it, and like Scott Pilgrim, I forget his name for the moment, Michael Cera and stuff, where it's basically kind of like someone's telling a story and then they act it out, like the mouthing what they're saying and stuff like that, or like acting. It's really funny. And I had this big rant I was going to do as an article about Little Mermaid that I wrote. And I've fixed it and everything. But then after watching the Superman thing, I'm like, I kind of want to film it now. Because I feel like I want to tell you how angry I am at The Little Mermaid.
Wait, did you watch the new ones?
No. There's nothing to do with the new ones. This is the original. This is something that I talked about recently at home. There's something that occurred to me that's wrong. Very, very wrong with the original Little Mermaid. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Yeah, Disney.
Okay, so not the...
The first Disney movie. There's something very wrong about this movie.
Is there something that's going to make me not be able to watch it again?
No, but you might be like, son of a bitch.
This is like the GoldenEye thing, where I can't unsee it.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you haven't seen that yet, look up GoldenEye 64 and can't unsee it. Just write that on Google.
Yeah, GoldenEye 64 can't unsee it.
And it's the greatest. It will ruin it. It will ruin it for you forever.
In a good way.
Forever. Oh, mercy. So good. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be the first of a new series, I call it Shaggy Rants. The idea, which I was starting thinking as far as TTC goes, talking to the camera, is I want to kind of break them up into smaller videos. So like where I used to have a big video that had comics you should read, and TTC on the TTC, and like videos you should watch all in one video with sketches.
Did you have a fashion one?
Yeah, I had what was that called? Summer Smashing Fashion.
Summer Smashing Fashion.
So and as fun as the variety show format has always been for me and what I like doing, I'm thinking it will be a lot easier for me to like produce a series of shorter videos and like release like one a week or one a month or whatever, So keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping to have the next one actually ready for Tuesday, or the first one technically. But
Rad.
if I don't get the new episode, the season finale TTC out first, it's not going to be up until after that. So keep an eye out for that. I'm kind of excited because I've been doing a lot of article writing over at uberfriendship.com. Check that out, uberfriendship.com. Every Tuesday and Thursday I post new articles, or at least I try to. I usually do Wednesday and Friday because I add them in late. Tuesdays is usually an opinion piece. Thursdays is the food and film review. We just did Planet of the Apes and chicken macaroni casserole. You can find out how those two compare together, stack up, and this week will hopefully be Invasion of the Body Snatchers and extra large creme brulee.
That sounds delightful.
It does sound, doesn't it? All right, well, that's enough hawking my wares. Let's read a couple more. Before I forget, are you guys planning on going to TCAF? Says Daniel Luke.
Yes.
There you go.
We will be there somewhere.
We will be around, lurking. Christopher J. saying, or FlexFox, leads to Lucas. Lucas leads to new movies lead to suffering. Star Wars leads to Lucas leads to new movies leads to suffering. Indeed. Sandy is asking that she's naked. No, that's too easy. I go deeper into The Little Mermaid. Hopefully next Tuesday you'll find
It's
out.
not the castle, is it?
No! I'm like, no! My whole video... No, it's not that.
Looks like a job.
No! It's a wangle! Jumping in for some of the final chats before we wrap things up, because it's been a good hour and a half. Very good hour. Oh, unless you like Star Wars, it hasn't been a good hour and a half.
It's a very painful hour and a half.
It's just when you're like, everybody hates, no one loves.
Well, I felt bad about that because I remember putting a zinger about well, it wasn't that zingy, but it was about not liking the new Indiana Jones on Twitter, and then right away someone was like, "But I like the fourth movie," and I felt really bad, so I just deleted the tweet.
Didn't something happen where like you tweeted something and you lost a bunch of followers like that day?
No, that was a long time ago, and that was making fun of Star Wars.
Oh,
I was
well,
like, really?
The circle goes around.
I wasn't even making
Well,
fun of it.
I'm sure you did.
I gotta show you some amazing fan art, actually. It's like, if you type in, I think, the worst fan art ever, you'll find these great, like, bizarre shoujo Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan.
Alright, I'm amused. I'm amused again. Reading some last chats. Stephen Fry, someone said something about that. Douglas Adams recorded one. I need to look that up. Yes, you do, because he said Perpetual Mind. Alright, I'm just going to summarize because a lot of people are saying this. Stephen Fry did recordings for the book on tape.
Oh,
And Stephen Fry, we all love him. He did the narrative for Little Big Planet 1 and 2, which when I found that out, I'm like, his voice is so familiar and charming. And he's like, first you get your little sack boy. Oh, he's precious. I'm like, oh, Stephen Fry!
Yeah.
He's got the best voice!
He's got the best voice.
He narrates Little Big Planet. That's ridiculous. He makes it so charming.
Oh, bless.
Like, he does the whole thing like, you know, you can take pictures and post them on the wall. But mind you, don't take pictures of, like, a horse's bottom. Things like that.
Yeah.
That'd just be rude. And I'm like, okay, Steve, because you said it.
Yeah, he's super charming.
Oh, he's so good. But yes, do listen to the Douglas Adams version, because it is just so good. If you can track it down. We have, like, some old tapes, and they may break someday, so I'm going to be sad. If it's on iTunes, best of luck to you. Okay, let's just do one quick redemption for Star Wars. Check out the original radio play, fully casted radio plays for the original Star Wars movies, at least the first two. They changed the cast a bit. Mark Hamill's in it. Who else is in it? The guy who played Wedge is in it. Anthony Daniels is in it.
Yes.
The original Star Wars radio play, the story is so much better. There's a lot more backstory about Luke and Biggs and Racer, or whatever his name is, and Fixer, and all those guys. And then there's more backstory with Leia. It's funny. It's fully casted. The voice of Leia is, no offense to Carrie Fisher, but she is, when the planet blows up, you feel it with her more than Leia being like, oh.
I thought they just cut away from her instead of, like, the cringe.
Oh, gee. Even to that effect, I almost compare the radio play to the manga that Dark Horse released, because when Luke's farm is burnt down, he is pissed. Leia's planet blown up. She is pissed, and it's I'm getting chills thinking of it.
Yeah, that was good.
The first Star Wars manga, look it up if you can, from Dark Horse. It is so good. It is like it feels very much like the radio play did, which is like an extended version of the movie. So go on iTunes, download that. Where was it? It was like a radio station did it. I forget because they always mention it. But it's got the score from John Williams. It's got the sound effects from sound effects guy. It's got everything. It's so good. And weird little note. Yoda is performed by the dad character from Third Rock from the Sun. What's his name?
Lithgow?
Yeah, Lithgow. Lithgow's the voice of Yoda.
Wow.
So, John Lithgow is Yoda.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. It is amazing. And Mark Hamill's in it too, so he's got a great voice.
Yeah,
and, you know, this is one of the main things that, like, led me to, like, want to do radio plays and stuff, because they build the world out of audio, and it's so good. So look up original Star Wars radio play. Look up Douglas Adams reading The Hitchhiker's Guide. If it's on iTunes, best of luck to you. Anyway, let's just finish up some of these chats before I start selling iTunes.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. We're talking about Simon Pegg. Has Simon Pegg in it. Chronicle was incredible. Cool. All right, I'll check that out because you said so. Thank you, TV Dinner. Thank you, Gary Post. It's Funny or Die Style. Her Anatomy. Stop guessing about Ariel. Don't worry about it. It's not about Ariel. It doesn't have to be about it. It's called The Little Mermaid. It doesn't have to be about her. It's more characters. Professional Mind. If you have a chance at all, can Katie check her email sometime? I sent her email hoping you can answer some questions I had for the university project.
Was this? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm super behind on that.
I know you're damn busy now. We can spare a few minutes. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I will get on that tonight. I pretty much, my email's a giant ever since I got sick.
Flexbox Shaggy, did you tell people about the new fan art? Uncle C. Yes. I posted it on, did I tweet it? It's on his DeviantArt. But I'm going to actually probably use it. I got his blessings. I'm going to actually use it for the image for the first Shaggerant coming out. So, because it was actually perfect for it. It actually said the Shaggerant TDC.
That's right, yeah.
And originally it's going to be like, oh, I'll use this for talking to the microphone. And I'm like, but it's not.
That was such
So,
a nice. Yeah.
I also, yeah, it was really funny. It's a really good fan art. It also partly inspired me to like, you know what, I'm going to make the video again. So we'll see what happens. Look what you've done.
Fan arts make him productive.
Yeah, so more fan art means I make more things. So if you're like, here's a Shaggy Race Twilight fan art, that'd be really weird.
But it would probably make him make more.
What would Edward look like with my voice though? If you had to draw him. Hey.
I know what your Bella would look like.
What? Look like me, basically.
Yeah, just with this cross expression all the time.
Maybe I'll make more of a fan. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But it can't just be like the characters from the movies or like the manga. It's gotta be like interpretation. Boom. I feel so bad for Charlie. Bella's dad.
I know.
Try so hard.
He has no respect.
Anyway. Morgan Freeman. Him and Morgan Freeman fight for best narrator. I guess between, which one would it be? Fry and Freeman? Fry and Freeman. That's a good movie. Simon Smith, that's the name. Took the moment to remember. Blah, blah, blah. On Ustream, crappy Red Bull advert, not mutable. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and Kellhound. Sorry, what? Oh, look up the Dirk Gently radio plays. Written by Douglas Adams, and actually prefer them to Hitchhiker's Guide. Oh, good suggestion, because on book I have the Starship Titanic, which was referenced briefly in Hitchhiker's Guide, but they made a book. And it was actually written by Terry Jones from Monty Python. Written naked, apparently.
Yeah,
as he explained. He likes to write in the nude and take pictures. It's great.
He likes to tell you about it.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need to tell me about
He's usually the one on the organ naked. It goes, da-da, on Monty Python for, like, the segue. Yeah. So, good for him. I haven't read it yet, actually. But, yeah, actually, if there's radio plays of Dirk Gently, I should check that out. And if there's, like, book on tape of any of this stuff, I'll check that out. All right, well, looks like we're at the end of all our chits and chats. Sorry, you guys. Got anything else to say? You missed your chance. We've had a good hour and a half of fun and hates and bitter regret from childhood. Let's one last look at what Katie's up to. Let's see some characters. Inked. Yeah, you guys have been on me for a while. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. That's what.
Yeah, I know.
There we go. We got some queen and king characters. Katie's gonna finish this tonight. I gotta do stuff tonight too.
Yeah.
Lots of things. So the usual wrap up. We made a little comic called Silly Kingdom, Alan Grimrickshaw's 211th birthday. Check it out on the store, sillykingdom-comic.blogspot.com. We're working on that, don't worry.
Yeah.
We got some URLs. Don't we?
Yes, I bought the URL.
Hells yeah. But they don't lead to anything right now, so don't bother. Yeah. The one of them did, and it confused me. I'm like, did someone else own it? I'm like, oh. Scared me because there's stuff on it. So we'll keep you posted about that when that's happening. Otherwise, you can check out the comic. $4 for the not printed edition. For the PDF, $10 for the print edition, which can also be signed. And if you want it signed to a specific person, be sure to mention that in the notes. Upcoming events, what's happening this Saturday, of course, at Little Island Comics, just off of Bloor and Bathurst. We got the signings for the Adventure Time book going on. Ryan North is going to be there. I believe the artist is going to be there too. Yeah. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the name. I'm horrible. You check that out. You can pick up your copy, many variant covers, as well as meet Ryan North.
Very, very.
What?
Typical of comics. The writer, of course, remembers the writer.
What? You know all these artist names.
Well, I've never met those guys.
Yeah, there, see? Alright, I'll look at it quickly right now. Art by Shelley Perlin and Braden Lamb. I think it's Braden who's going to be there. I'm not sure, actually. I'm horrible. So that's going on. Check that out. What else is happening? Any more wrap-ups? Cons are coming up. Keep posting on that.
Yep.
We got C2E2 in Chicago.
That's in when is that?
March. Is it March?
March? It's coming up.
We're going to be in Chicago. If you know where a good pizza is, tell us.
Yeah, we like a deep dish.
We like a deep dish pizza.
Never had one before.
No, not a proper one anyway. So keep us posted on that. And yeah, I think that's about everything. If you want to go on Katie's Twitter and see what's happening, go to @KatieShy on the Twitter. Look up me for @ShaggyShan. Everything else I do is at uberfriendship.com. We got articles. New episodes of TTC will be arriving. Don't expect them to happen often. Maybe one a month. I'm trying to do a policy where I have one something a week.
That's good.
So it's like one talking to the microphone, one TTTC. Maybe.
Good.
I don't know what the other weeks are for.
Yeah.
Let's just go. One more read. In the same, Shag has stuff to do, like play video games and yell at the screen.
Yeah,
Why do you assume I do that? Like, it was once. One time. Anyway, I think that's about it.
Yep.
Alright, otherwise check out the Cautionary Tales and Fairy Tales. Cautionary Fables. I got it this time. Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales. Check out their website by typing that into Google.
I think it just goes to the Kickstarter.
Probably.
But
Cool.
More info there.
More info over there. It's coming out. Looking fun. I'm loving it. It's amazing. You're going to love it too. Yeah. So that's it for me. Is that it from you?
That's it for me. I just gotta keep getting busy.
Alright. So,
thanks for hanging out, guys.
so go watch good movies and cleanse your palate.
Yeah.